Now, millions of people who were missold motor finance agreements, car finance agreements, could get payouts this year. You could be getting £829 each. Under plans announced yesterday by the Financial Conduct Authority, their proposal for a redress scheme will cost lenders a total of £9.1 billion. It will cover over 12 million agreements. Scott Dixon, Consumer and Motoring Disputes Expert. Morning to you, Scott.
Good morning, Stephen.
So I guess, Scott, people listening to this morning in Northern Ireland will be wanting to hear how they can work out if they're getting 800 quid or not.
Yeah, well, to explain the background to the scheme, there's going to be two parts to it. So the first part runs from the 6th of April 2007 till the 31st of March 2014, and that, for the finance agreements affected within that time span. And lenders will have until the end of August 2026 to implement that, but this may be subject to a legal challenge, and if so, redress for finance agreements after the 1st of April 2014 shouldn't be delayed. And the second part of the scheme runs from the 1st of April 2014 till the 1st of November 2024 for finance agreements, and lenders will have until the end of June 2026 to implement that. And the type of finance agreements covered will be primarily hire purchase and personal contract purchase agreements. These are known as PCPs, and approximately 86% of finance agreements are PCPs. And some payouts will start later this year, with most payouts complete by the end of 2027.
Yeah, but how do we know? Because it's not everybody will get a payout, Scott. So how will we know which of us will get it and which of us won't?
So what you need to do is lodge a complaint with your lender to find out if you are eligible. So you don't need to use claims management companies. It's easy to do it yourself. So what you need to do is contact your lender to find out if your finance agreement is included. And it's discretionary commission arrangements that you're looking for, and the interest rate. So you need to dig out your finance agreements or the information, and you can do that through credit reference agencies like Equifax or Experian. And what you need to do is contact your lender and lodge a complaint, and with the finance agreement reference number and relevant details. And once your complaint is logged, that's all you need to do. And the FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority, has published free complaint templates on its website, so there's no need to pay anybody to do it. And that's the way that you need to go and find out whether you're eligible or not.
Nikki Stoppard is listening to this from Consumer Voice. Morning to you, Nikki.
Good morning.
Good morning. What if you've lost your finance agreement? Like, how far back does this go?
Yeah, well, we're going all the way back to 2007, essentially. And we know from consumers that we've spoken to that many have not only lost their finance agreements, but also have just simply forgotten who their lenders are. Now, as Scott said there, you can usually track this information down by going to any of the credit reference agencies, by even looking in your bank records as well to see who payments went out for. So, there are ways to track that down. Now, the other thing is, it is really important that people complain now, just to make sure that their case is on the record and to make sure that their lenders are considering them. But if you don't complain, then lenders must also contact people who haven't complained that they've identified as being affected and owed
Oh, really?
compensation.
So we can all just sit back, and if we have lost our finance agreement, I couldn't even, my memory's that bad these days, Nikki, I couldn't even tell you what car I had 3 or 4 years ago, never mind where the agreement is. So you can sit back and wait, can you?
Well, you're not alone there, definitely. There are lots of other people in that situation. The sit back and wait is an option. Now, what I would say is we've spoken to many thousands of consumers, and lots of them just simply don't trust the lenders to mark their own homework with this. And so if you want to put yourself in the driving seat, so to speak, then it really is ideal for you to actually do that work, to work out who your lender was and put a complaint in. Now, not only will that make sure you're not missed, it will also make sure that you're dealt with faster and you'll receive your compensation a lot faster than you would do if you just sat back and wait. The difference is really if you complain before the implementation dates for the different schemes that are available, April, and you could be receiving compensation this year. If you sit back and wait, then it could be the end of 2027 before you receive your compensation.
And what about then those people who have been contacted by these lawyer firms saying, register with us? What's the advantage of that?
Well, I mean, I would just say that the regulators have been very negative about law firms and claims management companies. And in many respects, you don't need to do them. The scheme has been designed so you can use the scheme without getting representation. But let's remember, this has been a problem that has dated back nearly a decade. And in fact, the first point at which the regulator said the market should clean its act up was in 2019. And consumers are only now having been confirmed that they're going to receive compensation. So millions of people have signed up with law firms and with claims firms. And, and that is, that was the main route to accessing justice over these years. Now, you don't need to do that now. And in fact, there are lots of free ways of complaining. We've got a template letter on the Consumer Voice website, and you can download these and you can submit a complaint on your own. If you have signed up with a law firm, then you should be speaking to your representatives and finding out whether the deal on the table is a good deal. And, let's remember, we've got £7.5 billion that will go back into consumers' pockets. Now, that is millions. It will help millions. But the scheme has been tightened and fewer people will qualify. And that means that many people won't get back what they lost, or will get back less than they lost. So, there are different routes that people might want to consider.
OK, thank you very much indeed. We'll talk to the Financial Conduct Authority in about 15 minutes' time. Stay with us for that. 829 quid could be coming your way. We'll get more help from them telling us whether you're entitled to it or not. We'll pause for the moment, though, at 9:33. Here comes the news.